In December of 2014, I got a call from my dad. I don't think I've ever heard fear. I don't think I've ever heard sorrow or sadness in his voice. He has some bad news. He said, Titi's not with us. And I didn't know what that meant. I realized that he was telling me that my sister passed away.
Welcome to True Crime US, the go-to source for the latest updates on high-profile criminal cases. Today, we delve into the tragic story of Titi Branch, a highly successful 45-year-old entrepreneur who single-handedly crafted a multi-million-dollar hair care empire. From a modest Brooklyn salon, Titi, along with her loyal sister and business partner, transformed their humble beginnings into a thriving enterprise. Titi seemed to have it all: a flourishing career, a loving partner, and aspirations of starting a family. However, fate had a different plan in store for her. One fateful day, tragedy struck as her lifeless body was discovered in her apartment. What circumstances led to this untimely demise? In this video, we aim to unravel the mysteries surrounding her painful death. Stay informed by subscribing and activating the notification bell icon to ensure you receive the latest updates in this intriguing case, as well as other compelling stories of crime and the pursuit of justice. Our journey today takes us to the vibrant city of New York. Boasting a population of over 8 million people and a melting pot of more than 800 languages, this bustling metropolis, affectionately known as the Big Apple, plays host to the largest Jewish, Hispanic, Chinese, and Puerto Rican communities in the world. Moreover, it boasts the highest concentration of billionaires on the planet. At 399 years old, this city is a testament to history, with its iconic landmarks, enticing shops, and diverse culinary scene. Born on June 10th, 1969, in the heart of Brooklyn, New York, our protagonist Titi's story begins. Growing up in a tight-knit family, Titi enjoyed the company of her parents and younger sister Miko. Demonstrating a keen intellect and a creative spirit from an early age, she had an insatiable appetite for books, writing, and drawing. Additionally, she possessed a deep affinity for the world of hair and beauty, a passion passed down to her from her grandmother, Jessie Mae Branch, a revered hairstylist and owner of a successful salon in North Carolina.
That is cute. And your mother is Japanese and your father is black, so you've always had beautiful, curly, just natural hair. But you've also had some difficulty, I guess, finding the right stylist for you.
Yeah, when we were kids, going into salons was not a happy chore of ours. People would run in the corner once they saw us coming.
Titi and Miko would often lose track of time as they gleefully immersed themselves in their grandmother's collection of hair products, experimenting with different styles and techniques. Titi's educational pursuit led her to the hallowed halls of the University of Maryland, where she focused her studies on consumer economics. While her career initially took her down the path of assisting a news director at a local television station, Titi soon discovered an unyielding desire to nurture her own entrepreneurial ambitions. Joined by her unwavering sister Miko, the duo embarked on a different venture altogether, establishing a successful cleaning business that flourished for several years. Yet their fervent passion for the world of hair and beauty could not be extinguished. In 1997, fueled by their unwavering determination, they unveiled their crowning achievement to the world, Curve, a distinctive salon nestled within the vibrant streets of Brooklyn. Setting Curve apart from the conventional establishment, Titi and Miko curated a sanctuary catering to women with curly, kinky, and wavy hair. Fueled by their years of experience and an innate understanding of the unique needs of these individuals, the sisters aim to celebrate and embrace the inherent beauty of diverse hair textures.
Well, in 1997, my sister and I, we opened a salon, and at that time there were a lot of women that were coming to us with natural hair. There were no products on the market at that time to service this client, because the ideas of what beauty were at that time were just straight hair, a Eurocentric kind of ideal. So what we did is we really filled this niche, and we brought products to market that really helped women display another idea of beauty. There are many different shades of beautiful out here, and we feel that Miss Jessie's has really helped, to establish these women and help them to show that there are other ideas of beauty out here.
Titi and Miko possessed an extraordinary talent for transforming natural hair into works of art, honing their techniques and developing innovative products to enhance their clients' curls. What set their salon apart was not just their expertise, but also the warm and welcoming environment they cultivated, allowing women to feel at ease and embrace their hair with confidence. It was no surprise, then, that Curve swiftly became a beloved hotspot for women seeking top-notch hair care.
The salon opening has been fantastic. People are friendly, they're excited to see the new surrounding, and the salon is absolutely beautiful.
One significant creation originating from Titi and Miko's salon was the renowned Miss Jessie's curly pudding. This creamy concoction worked wonders, providing moisturization and definition to curly locks without the unwelcome side effects of stiffness or greasiness. In paying homage to their beloved grandmother, whose inspiration sparked their hair care journey, they bestowed upon it the prestigious name of Miss Jessie. The inaugural batch of curly pudding hit the shelves of their salon in 2004, instantly capturing the hearts of customers. In that moment, Titi and Miko realized they had stumbled upon something truly exceptional, a product that filled a void in the market for natural hair care solutions.
Yeah, I started relaxing my hair when I was about 13, and I wanted my hair curly. So I cut it all off to transition from relaxer to curly hair to about 2 inches, and I loved it. But then it started growing out, and I used a million different products to give it a certain look, and nothing was working. And I started to hate my hair, so I would just wear a headband, or when I could get in a ponytail, just snatch it in a ponytail for years. Then I found Miko and Titi and Miss Jessie's products, and they changed my life because they allowed me to wear my hair out and wear it the way I wanted to wear it. And I felt beautiful. And when your hair looks beautiful, then you feel beautiful. And
Every woman in the audience went, yeah.
yeah.
Everybody went, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, I have a toddler and I'm expecting, so you want to feel beautiful. My husband loves when I wear my hair out. Like, he insists for me to wear my hair out and curly. So it's just been a great thing to find them.
Recognizing the vast potential of their creation, the sisters decided to rebrand their salon as Miss Jessie's, while expanding their product line to include other stellar offerings, including curly buttercream, curly meringue, and baby buttercream. Rapidly, Miss Jessie's entered the lexicon of the natural hair community, becoming a household name celebrated in the pages of esteemed publications such as Essence, Allure, and Oprah. The brand's reputation soared further as influential figures like Alicia Keys, Halle Berry, and Jada Pinkett Smith publicly endorsed their products, solidifying their status as pioneers in the industry. Titi and Miko's remarkable achievements did not go unnoticed. The duo garnered a multitude of accolades, celebrating their groundbreaking contributions to the world of hair care. Additionally, partnerships with major retailers such as Target, Walmart, and CVS were forged, ensuring that their remarkable line of products reached the hands of millions of women nationwide. For Titi Branch, this was the realization of a lifelong dream, building a thriving business from the ground up, side by side with her sister by her side.
That's awesome. You and your sister, you guys both started this brand together.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever think that Miss Jessie's would have reached the plateau of success that it's gotten to?
Not in our wildest dreams. You know, you have to understand we were doing hair in our house, and we really just needed, a solution for what we were trying to do. Never knew that it would blow up this big, but we are so proud.
She had made a positive impact on the lives of many women who struggled with their hair identity. Receiving the utmost respect and admiration from both her peers and fans, she had amassed not just a substantial fortune, but also the means to relish a comfortable existence. In 2012, she crossed paths with a man named Anthony Spadfora through the realm of online connections. Anthony, an enterprising individual, operated his own venture known as Maestro's Classic, specializing in the grooming of beards. To Titi's delight, Anthony embraced and supported her career pursuits while sharing her fervor for hair care. They even laid the groundwork to become business partners, launching Maestro's Classic together. Regrettably, reality often presents itself in stark contrast to our carefully crafted facades. Titi, unbeknownst to many, battled with the weight of depression, anxiety, and a dwindling sense of self-worth. Insecurities pertaining to her physical appearance, age, and relationship status consumed her thoughts. Concurrently, the immense pressures associated with helming a multi-million-dollar enterprise and wrestling with family complications added to her mounting distress. Seeking solace, she disclosed her inner turmoil to her sister Miko, who, in a loving display of support, urged Titi to seek professional assistance and take a much-needed break. Furthermore, Miko discerned a grim truth. Anthony was not the loving ally he appeared to be. Instead, he exerted control, manipulation, and subjected Titi to a treacherous cycle of abuse. Titi found herself isolated from her loved ones, laden with guilt and feelings of unworthiness. Anthony's betrayal reached further depths as he engaged in infidelities, pillaged her financial reserves, threatened to expose her deepest secrets, and committed acts of physical violence against her. Miko, recognizing the grave danger her sister's life hung in, implored Titi to sever ties with her tormentor. Alas, Titi's fear and emotional attachment clouded her judgment, rendering her unable to break free.
Her highs, her lows, and it wasn't until around her 30s that I realized that there was something that was off. I only realized it because she told me. She spoke very succinctly, and she told me very plain, I don't feel good. I was like, well, what's wrong? You know, mind you, Titi's the oldest sister, so Titi was always the strong sister. She was always the leader. She was always the one telling me, here's our agenda, here's what we're gonna do, here's how we're gonna do it. So for her to stop and tell me, Miko, I'm seeing in gray, it really stopped me in my tracks, and I realized that this was a real moment because she was always Superwoman. So seeing in gray, what that meant for Titi was she wasn't able to have clear, complete thoughts. She wasn't able to complete her projects, and there seemed to be a lot of confusion, and it scared her. Over the years, we started seeing more signs or symptoms of depression. There was one time where Titi, she just slept a lot. It's like almost like she was lifeless. She didn't have any energy. It was hard for her to stay up, and she was very weak, physically weak.
Tragically, on December 4th, 2014, Titi Branch was discovered lifeless in her Manhattan apartment. A plastic bag shrouded her head, while a note awaited discovery on her computer.
In December of 2014, I got a call from my dad. I don't think I've ever heard fear. I don't think I've ever heard sorrow or sadness in his voice. He had some bad news. He said, Titi's not with us. And I didn't know what that meant. I realized that he was telling me that my sister passed away.
The untimely demise of Titi Branch left a trail of disbelief and devastation in its wake. Those fortunate enough to have crossed paths with her, be it family, friends, colleagues, or customers, were consumed by grief over the loss of a remarkable individual who had graced their lives with unfaltering compassion, benevolence, and skill. As the news reverberated, questions loomed in the collective consciousness. What could have driven her to such depths of despair? The chilling revelation would emerge from an unexpected source: Anthony Spadfora. Following Titi's tragic passing, it would come to light that Anthony exerted an extraordinary level of control over her while being acutely aware of her deteriorating mental well-being. The claims set forth by her sister exposed a harrowing truth. In the short span of 2 years, Anthony, aged 43, had managed to extract staggering sums of money from Titi with a motive to establish his own beard care enterprise, Maestro's Classics. Allegedly, he received $420,000 to procure and renovate a residence in Pennsylvania, alongside an interest-free loan of $135,000. Titi's sister further asserted that her sibling had been on the precipice of severing all ties with Anthony, yet found herself paralyzed by fear. Anthony allegedly threatened to air compromising photographs of Titi, meticulously captured by his own devices. Within days of her death, he peppered her grieving parents with emails claiming he had a new will drafted by Titi, giving him 50% of everything, according to the lawsuit. He also took his girlfriend's computer and refused to return it to her family members unless they forked over Titi's expensive Cartier bracelet. Tragically, when the bracelet was finally relinquished and Anthony returned the laptop, it had been wiped clean, a grievous violation of cherished memories recounted by Miko, Titi's sister. The shocking revelation unfolded as Anthony Spadfora acknowledged his infidelity to Titi, admitting to a relationship with another woman, leading to her pregnancy. This unforeseen disclosure left Titi in a state of disbelief. Anthony had sired a child with someone else, despite their shared aspirations of starting a family. Tragically, Titi's pursuit of in vitro fertilization had repeatedly ended in disappointment, compounding her emotional exhaustion and despair. Anthony claimed he harbored affection for both women, longing to be with them equally. However, the complexities inherent in such a situation overwhelmed him, leaving him ill-equipped to navigate the difficulties that arose. According to Anthony's account, he chose the day of Titi's passing to unveil the truth about his affair and impending fatherhood, triggering a strong and unfavorable reaction from Titi. In a desperate attempt to pacify her and restore reason, he sought to assuage her distress, only to be met with resistance from Titi. Consequently, he made the decision to leave her alone in her apartment, hopeful that a period of calm would ensue and she would eventually reach out to him. Unfortunately, his expectations were shattered, and Titi's call never came. Miko, Titi's sister, was consumed by outrage. She discovered the deceit woven by Anthony, perpetuated through his actions and words, that ultimately drove her beloved sibling to her untimely demise.
So although Titi's death was reported as a suicide, my family and I were just not clear that that's exactly what happened. And at the time, Titi was working very hard to have a baby. So that process kind of defies someone who would want to end their life.
In a bold move, Miko has taken decisive legal action, accusing Anthony of exerting undue influence over Titi's estate and business affairs, while inflicting emotional anguish that ultimately led to Titi's tragic demise. Filing a lawsuit against Anthony in 2015 at Manhattan Supreme Court, Miko seeks a staggering $130 million in damages. Her claims assert that Anthony preyed upon Titi's vulnerability and compromised mental state, exploiting her resources and assets to fuel his personal lifestyle and business endeavors, all without Titi's knowledge or consent. Furthermore, Miko alleges that Anthony resorted to forgery, falsifying Titi's signature on multiple documents, including a will designating him as the sole heir of her estate, a life insurance policy entitling him to a substantial $2 million upon her passing, and a contractual agreement securing him a 50% stake in Maestro's classics. Such actions have enabled him to assert control over Titi's fortune following her demise, whilst impeding Miko's access to Titi's personal belongings and business records. Adding to the distress, Miko contends that Anthony resorted to both harassment and threats against her and other members of Titi's family, uttering chilling remarks such as, "You're next, and I'll kill you too." Miko's demands are clear and resolute. She insists that Anthony promptly return all ill-gotten funds and properties taken from Titi, holding him accountable for the role he played in her sister's untimely passing. The legal battle between Miko and Anthony remains ongoing as of 2023, with no definitive verdict reached thus far. Anthony vehemently denies all accusations leveled against him, asserting his love for Titi and expressing deep devastation over her tragic passing. He categorically denies any involvement in cheating or theft, forging documents, or making threats to others. Anthony claims to be the victim of a malicious smear campaign orchestrated by Miko and envious individuals seeking to tarnish his relationship with Titi. Furthermore, Anthony asserts that he played no role in Titi's death, emphasizing that her struggles with depression predated their relationship. He insists that he made earnest efforts to support and assist her throughout, though Titi declined both professional help and medication. Regarding the emotionally charged email sent to Miko, Anthony acknowledges its regrettable nature and attributes it to a moment of profound grief and guilt. Importantly, Anthony emphasizes that his intentions were never driven by personal gain or Titi's financial assets. His sole desire was to honor her legacy and fulfill her wishes, asserting his legal entitlement to do so. Anthony pledges his willingness to cooperate fully with the court, offering to submit evidence that substantiates his claim of innocence. Expressing profound grief and everlasting love for Titi, Anthony expresses a sincere longing for reconciliation with the family. He ardently states, "I don't want to see this turn into a war. We do hope the truth of the matter will surface in court soon." He extends his heartfelt condolences to the family of Titi Branch, praying for her soul's eternal peace. As this challenging legal saga continues, we remain attentive and will bring you further updates when available. Stay safe and thank you for your viewership.